jump.
It's weird. It's just...
Yeah. The right side.
Yeah. Yeah, she's stumped one. You still on tracks?
Yeah.
I mean, this is her right here. Oh yeah, she stopped.
Still no arrow unless it's back in that field
Yeah.
before we fall in blood.
It's running this bottom.
Looks like it's a little less blood.
Yeah. It's literally just specks.
It laid down or fell.
Oh yeah?
I think that was like slid and fell down.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Where the hell's the arrow? Yeah, it's gotta be. Wonder if we should back out.
Let's mark this spot.
Yep.
Let's go back to camp.
Yep.
Eat.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're back at camp. We tracked it for, what did you say? It was 275 was a straight line distance.
Approximately from where the gate, where she jumped the fence, where we spotted first blood, tracking her all the way down. It was approximately, as a crow flies, 275.
So not bad. I mean, so
She bedded down once or fell,
Yeah.
slipped. We saw big old butt print and lots of blood, and it almost looked like from that point she started bleeding out both sides.
yeah, almost.
So if anything, we're hoping the arrow, we haven't found the arrow. We're hoping the arrow's still in her, and as she's moving, it's
Working.
in there just grinding on
Yeah.
her. So
It's I mean, I'm feeling pretty fortunate right now that we were talking about earlier, and a little frustrated, but we're having fun, but a little frustrated. We've been putting in a lot of work, and but then have the success. I mean, Chris jumped these does out of their bed, and they came right by me, and I mean, fortunately, I was able to I was getting ready to pack up to head out, go find Chris, and I had already put my arrow back in the quiver, was getting ready to pack my bag, was doing like a little closeout video for the sit, and had my bow hanging on a tree. So fortunately I was able to see the movement, grab my bow, knock an arrow, and then get a shot. It just I'm a little worried right now, just because
we're gonna review the shot on the computer, pull it up on a bigger screen, see if we can frame by frame it,
yeah.
and see exactly where it hit, and see if how she was turned. Because what we're thinking is he tried to tuck it right up against that tight shoulder, and he might have swung to the right a little bit. And
I had a small
hit that front shoulder.
window that with that brush. I was sitting down on both knees, like with my butt on my heels, and to try and get that shot. And I mean, I had a good window on her. It was just a matter of getting in that crease there by the shoulder, and we'll see what it looks like once we look at it on the computer. But I'm a little worried right now. This will be my first deer with a bow. I've only ever flung an arrow once, and when I was in high school, I flung it right over her back, another doe. But at least we had an opportunity, and I'm sure she'll be laying down there when we go back. We got pretty decent blood, so I'm just a little stressed right now about it.
well, yeah, we all want to see him fall.
Yeah.
And, you know, honestly, I've been doing a lot of research and watching other videos and stuff about going to a heavier arrow, get more
Penetration.
more kinetic energy out of your shot.
Yeah.
For instances like that, where you hit a shoulder and you know it's blowing into it.
Shooting a 350 grain arrow with a 100 grain broadhead.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll grab some lunch. Well, we had some lunch. Reviewed the footage. It's definitely high shoulder, maybe a little back, but I don't know. Hit you can see in the footage, did hit a small twig. You can see it moving, and then she definitely ducked when the string let go. So it is a little high, so it doesn't really make me feel that much better, but blood's not horrible. She did bed at one time, and when she stops, and then that one time she bed, there's decent blood. It almost looks like there's blood on both sides. So it's been a little over 2 hours. We're gonna head back out there and see what we can find. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little rough right now. First time I've shot a deer with a bow, and I mean, I know everybody always says this is archery hunting. It's not like rifle hunting, but I'm gonna feel. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I don't want that opportunity to turn into a wounded animal that I can't find. So hopefully here in a few hours we'll have that doe load up in the back of the truck on the way back to camp. So I'm gonna stay hopeful, keep my fingers crossed, and that I made a good enough shot that we find her here. See you out there.
Well, we're heading in. Came down to another property corner boundary line where the doe was running that way. So we're gonna go in this way, go to Last Blood, and then start tracking from there. But just in case we do stumble upon her, going this way, because this was the direction she was running. So we're heading in now.
Well, we're back at camp. Chris is gonna get a fire going. We didn't find that doe. We walked for a long ways, and nothing. We found blood past where we stopped earlier, and not a lot. And it just got less and less and less and less, just drops. So when we reviewed the footage, we saw it was high, so that wasn't good. Not a lot of penetration either. So I think I just hit meat. But I mean, regardless, I mean, we tracked it until the tracks kept going. We found the tracks, where the blood was, the last little speck of blood that we found. And it was getting few and far between, as well as just little specks. But we kept following the trail, and the problem is there's other trails as well. But I don't know, I'm not feeling real good right now. Feeling pretty dejected, to be honest with you. First time I've hit a deer with my bow, and then to lose it like that, just feeling pretty lousy right now, to be honest with you. I feel like we did it justice by spending the amount of time we did looking for it. Chris and I both just following trails and zigzagging around and looking, but nothing. I mean, my assessment is that it was a non-lethal shot. That deer's just fine, and just going to move on. Doesn't change the fact that I feel lousy. But, you know, coming out here and wounding an animal and like that, you know, not what I'm going for. It's not why I do this. But I'm gonna get back on that horse and keep after it. So we'll see how the next couple days go. Really, for me, the focus, you know, here is just get back out there, but see if we can't get Chris on a deer. That's my focus, at least. I know these things happen. I know these things happen, especially with archery hunting. But you know, now I'm just sitting here second, especially after going back and reviewing the footage. Should I have taken the shot? Should I have, you know, focused a little bit more on the shot? I don't know. Like, you can see when we slow down the video that as soon as I released the arrow, she ducked down. So maybe she hadn't ducked down like that. I mean, she was on edge already, but maybe if she hadn't ducked down like that, she would have, you know, been a clear shot. Or maybe if I just, you know, put that pin a little lower. I know it hit a twig. We saw that on the video, so maybe that's part of it. There's a lot of factors. Regardless, it's gonna be a long night. I'm feeling pretty lousy, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner, sit around the campfire for a little bit, get a good night's rest, and then we'll head back out tomorrow and see what we see. So, thanks for following, guys. Appreciate it. All right, only thing that can really make today a little more exciting is some good dinner. We've got some onions, and some mushrooms, and some of those pork sausages, well, the brats that Chris and I made over Thanksgiving weekend. Gonna cook it up in the skillet, my cast iron on the Camp Chef, and eat it around the fire. Chris got himself a little fire going over there, warming up his feet. And I'm gonna cook this up and then go join him.